What's good, man? Y'all already know what time it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. It's at 110 Cellie Stories, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in on them other Cellie Stories, man. And like I say, the more y'all tap in, the more y'all hit that like button, the more y'all gonna get me. So if you want me to keep going, y'all keep going, right? Check this out, man. Before I get started, y'all already know what to do, man. Go to www.com OG Hollywood Speaks and get that Savage Drive gear, man. It's easy to do, man. It's easy to do. Winter time is coming up, man. Stay on the lookout, man. Cause I already know I'm coming with that merch every time the season changes, man. When the season changes, the merch changes. And that's facts, right? So today, man, I'm gonna get into a story, man, about he used to be my cellie, right? And y'all already know, man, youngsters, y'all can't tell them shit. You know, any system they come in, whether it be in the streets or whether it be in the can, right? They gonna always feel like they got it figured out. And why? Because they gonna try to skip the process. What I mean by skipping the process, when you're in that concrete jungle, man, you can't skip no process, man, because guess what? The day you lay off, the day you miss the payoff, it's like going to school. Going to school. Picture this, growing up as a kid, and they put you straight to high school. They set you up for failure. Why? Because for one, you're gonna think you got it all figured out. Because see, you ain't down there with the little kids no more. You're up here with the big boys and girls, right? It's the same way down there, man. Motherfuckers come in and they figure like they got it all figured out. And they want to hustle. They want to do everything everybody else do that been down there for a long time, right? It don't work like that. You got to wait your time in line, respect the game, and get the game from somebody that know the game, right? And guess what? I'm one of the ones that knew the game from the bottom to the top. Was I the only one? Nah. It was a whole bunch of people that knew the game and played it the right way and didn't skip the process, like I said. But when they first come in, they see it from a bird's eye view and they looking at it, right? And they trying to figure out, damn, how these boys getting all this work in here? How the fuck these boys peeling these COs? How he fucking with this motherfucking me officer, that officer? I want to play the game, right? But with representation, it comes taxation. In other words, man, you gotta pay to play. And that's real deal spiel. Can't get it nowhere else, man. You have to pay to play, right? And what I mean by pay to play, you got to pay for the game, man. But some of these boys don't want to pay for the game. They want to go straight into the game. And they get tied up in a knot. And then guess what? Even before they come out of the starting block, their ass back to zero, right? So check this out, man. I had old youngster that was in the cell with me. And he free now, so I already know he gonna see this motherfucker, man. So shout out to you, clown. That's what I call him, a clown. Shout out to you, clown, the one with the big red nose. That's what I started calling him. Big red nose, because he was a real clown. Everything he seen me do, he thought he could do, right? And I was giving him the game because he was in the cell with me. And guess what? I ain't even charge him for it. But some boys don't want to accept the game when you give it to them, right? So anyway, man, you know when you fucking with that country band down there, man, you're gonna be dealing with cash money. You're gonna be dealing with cash money, right? And you can get played out of your cash money if you fucking with the wrong person, right? And you can play our motherfucker out of some cash money, but you have to know what you doing. And that's facts. So anyway, man, clown, this clown, right? And he had a hell of a support system. Used to go to visit like a motherfucker. His girl used to come see him all the time. And the reason why she came to see him, why? Because he ain't had nothing but small time. She knew he was getting back out, right? So anyway, man, he come in and say, man, what's up, big homie, so-and-so, whatever, right? And I'm like, man, where you from? So he tell me where he from. And I ain't obligated to tell him shit. I ain't obligated to tell him shit, because being from a city don't make me. I never gave a damn about a city or a state. None of that shit didn't make me. But what I did give a damn about is, can you play the game? Can you get the game right? Will you not skip the processes in order for you to survive this motherfucking war we in down here? War, I said. Because when I was in that bitch, it was war. Whether you was on the battlefield or whether you was on the chessboard. You had to know your fucking position. And most dudes didn't know their position. So guess what happened to them? They got played out of pocket, either by the COs or the motherfucking inmates that was in there with them. They could pick their own poison. And most of the time, it was the motherfucking inmates that played them out of pocket. The one that you thought was real cool is the one that cut your motherfucking head off. Simple as that, man. But anyway, man, so he come in, I ain't got no complex, man. Like I said, I'm gonna give you the game for free because you in the cell with me. But he come in, I said, you smoke? Yeah, you already know most young motherfuckers smoke coming out the street. They smoke. Whether it be cigarettes, that kush, or that motherfucking K2, man. Never forget when that K2 hit that motherfucker. Boy, woo! And it's treacherous now. Even more is treacherous now. Niggas walking around that motherfucker like zombies right now as I'm doing this motherfucking Cellie story. Somebody is a Cellie story right now. They just can't get out to tell it. So anyway, man, anyway, I said, you smoke? He said, yeah. I said, what you smoke? He said, I smoke cigarettes and weed. Okay. It's your lucky day, because I got both of them, right? So anyway, man, I get a nigga a Kush square, right? Because I already had this shit pre-rolled, because they sell $20 a square. I mean a pen square, that's 20. $20 for that. Why? Because I am him and I was the plug. So anyway, man, I gave him a Kush square and I gave him a motherfucking cigarette, the back door. I said, man, welcome. Welcome to the city. My motherfucking city. In other words, I am a veteran on the ranch that know goddamn me what to do and what not to do. And I'm introducing him to the game, right? So he, I gave him the whole rundown. So he asked me, man, how do I get the cigarettes? I said, you don't get the cigarettes. Why I get the weed? You don't get the weed. You get the money. Then you get that other shit. And even when you get the money, you probably can't get it. Why is that? Because you don't have no plug. And I explained to him, man, this shit just like the streets. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. And when you know a motherfucker, you can do a bunch of things down here. But like I say, they did you a favor when they dropped your ass from that parachute and you landed in here. Facts, man. You could have landed anywhere else on the ranch, but you landed here. So now, it's my motherfucking job to make sure that you don't skip the process. And why? Because you in the cell with me. I ain't obligated to do none of this shit, but I want to see you make it because you in the cell with me, right? So anyway, man, his first visit, I said, don't go to visit and get no money. Don't even try. I want you to go down and look at it first. Get familiar with the setup so you can understand how to maneuver around the motherfuckers in there, man, because when you think they ain't looking at your ass, they looking at you. So you gotta be careful on both ends of the field, because if not, bye-bye to you, and hope it ain't bye-bye to me for me giving you this shit and trying to put you in the game. Because I know most motherfuckers that come from the streets, not all, but most people that come from the streets and brand new to that system, they will tell it on your ass. Why? Because they can't handle that extra pressure inside of this box, right? So, anyway, man, he go to visit, right? He go to visit. He do exactly what I tell him. He go down there and look at it, come back. I said, well, what you think? He said, man, I could have got the shit then, man. I could have got it then. My girl, man, had this. I said, it's all right, man. You got time. You'll be able to get the shit. You be able to get it. Don't skip the process. I'm telling you right now, don't skip the process. I want you to look at it and see what it is and play it for what it's worth. Because you got to know who to trust and who not to trust. I said, just because a motherfucker got a white suit on like you, don't mean he you. Now y'all don't let that shit go off y'all fucking head. Just because he got a white suit on, don't mean he you. And that's facts. So anyway, man, next week roll around. Oh, he excited like a motherfucker. He excited. He excited because he see I'm getting that work in and everything going like clockwork, man. You know, because down there, you got to be able to eat, man. You know? Down there, you got to be able to eat, man. And being able to eat, guess what? It's hard when you ain't got no motherfucking money. It's real hard. I'm talking about commissary, it is. I ain't talking about no cash money, I'm talking about commissary. But when you got the commissary, you good. And guess what happens after that? Then you get in your rhythm and your rotation and you understand how this shit really works, right? So boom, that visit come up. He go down there and get the money. He get 2 crispy $100 bills. I said, damn, boy. Damn. Man, he shocked me. The nigga bring back 2 bills. Most of the motherfuckers go down there and get a twin and come back. He got 2 bills, so he let me know he ready to get in the game. So anyway, I said, man, look, this is how this shit gonna go, right? We gonna get a 20 ball. What I mean by the 20 ball is this. You get 20 packs for $100, and we gonna flip them. Keep that other 100 on the back end just in case anything go wrong, you got some work money. I said, cause you ain't promised to be in here with me forever. I said, all right. So anyway, I said, man, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get you a pair of these made. And what I mean by a pair of these is a pair of boxers, right? There's a pair of boxers that had a drop box in it. And what I mean by drop box, you had a motherfucking extra pocket. So, cause you can stand the shake down, so when they shake you down, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing on you. And the only way they gonna strip if you hot. They know it's on you when they strip you. So what happens is this, man, is that, anyway, I show them how it go. And I show them how to roll the money and everything. Small little motherfucker, so you can't get popped. I show them how to do all this shit here, right? So anyway, he followed the rules. So me and him going down the hallway, boom. We get shook down and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I say, you got that bread on you? He said, yeah. Why? I said, okay. You got it in the drop box? Man, I got the shit in the drop box. Where you showed me, big homie? Good. I just want to see if you follow the instructions, because guess what? A motherfucker would not follow instructions when you first give it to them, because they be so excited about this game and they seeing all this shit around them and all these motherfucking female COs, man. Some motherfuckers can't handle that shit. That's way too much excitement. And that's real. It gets real when you come from the streets and you understand you can exercise your ability the same way you did in the world. Because these hoes down here in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice will let you play if you know how to play. Trust me. So anyway, he passed that test. So we go on down and go to doing our shit, right? And boom, I gave him a plug. I plug him in. And when I plug him in, he was all the way in. It wasn't no more getting out, right? He was all the way in. Just that quick, he was on. And I told him, I said, man, you know what? You know how many motherfuckers want to be in this position, man? To get an automatic plug when they get here? Damn, big homie, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate this shit, man. He appreciated it because he showed me his appreciation when the packs dropped, which was good. You know what I'm saying? That means he didn't come to the table and eat and just get up and move around. So I respect him for that, right? But every day, every man has his time to fall. It's just about how he get back up, right? So anyway, man, boom, I'm going to work. I'm building SSI. Right? So, motherfucker send me a kite. Say, man, they're in your cell. I said, I ain't tripping. I ain't got nothing in the motherfucking cell. And I got confidence on this boy. I know he ain't got nothing in the cell, right? So anyway, I slide on down there, peeped the scene. They was out the house. And I asked him, he was in the day room. I said, man, what's up? He said, oh, it's good, big homie. It's all good, man. You know, I already know all that shit come with that, man. And he was street savvy. And he wasn't scared. He knew what time it was. He knew it might be some heat every now and then, but as long as you don't get caught up, you good, right? So anyway, man, time go on. He stayed in my cell about 3-4 years, understand me? So we got to know each other real good. He knew what to do, what not to do, and how to do it, right? But that don't mean you won't get caught up. When you relax, that's when you get caught up. That means you think you got this shit all figured out. And when you're in that concrete jungle, man, shit changes. And the motherfucking game can flip on you, boom, just like that. Especially that hustle game, because you never know. The lawman can flip, the nigga you selling to can flip. You never know what happens in that concrete jungle. So check this out. So anyway, man, I switched jobs. I switched jobs for a real reason. And the reason why I switched jobs is because I started working in the infirmary. And in the infirmary, I'm behind the locked door all the time. And can't nobody see my business. So I started conducting my business in that bitch. In other words, I started trapping out that hoe. I started trapping out the infirmary, man. And it was good, real good. So boom, I go to work one night, man. I used to work at 1:30, man. I get off at probably about 9, 10, 11 in the morning, right? But I was only in that bitch because it was, the work was coming through there, and I can see everybody I want to see, and all the free world females was in that bitch. That's what I needed on my team. Fuck a motherfucker CO. I needed a free world female to get that work brought in. Why? Because they wasn't never suspect. But I was like Uncle Sam. When you sign up with me, you take a chance on getting killed. And it's the same way in there. When you sign up with me, you take a chance on getting fired. I didn't want you on my team if you wasn't gonna take a chance on getting fired. Because I wasn't trying to fall in love, and I didn't need no motherfucking love triangle going on with me. I was getting to the money. Why? I got time to do. I ain't got time to do that lovey-dovey shit. Let them other niggas do that. So anyway, this how this shit went. I go to work. Bam. Come back to the house, do a drop-off, right? And I give him instructions of what to do and how to do it, which he did it good. Followed instructions, got the money, and came on back, right? So anyway, man, they running showers. And they running showers. So, they bringing inmates down the hall, it's the hallway loud and the motherfucking everybody talking loud and shit. They running showers. So all of a sudden I hear the gates close. Boom, 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 boom. I said, what the fuck going on? They must have made use of force or something down there. So as I get closer to the motherfucking scene, I said, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. This boy done got himself tied up in a motherfucking knot. My Cellie. They chasing him down the motherfucking hallway like he in the street, and he butt naked. And he running from motherfucking block to block, all this shit locked. He act like he's trying to get in some real free world doors, but all this shit locked, right? So anyway, they finally cone his ass off. And when they cone him off, they take him to the floor. Boom! Handcuff him and shit, so he on the ground, right? So anyway, they stand clear. They escort him down the hallway. But guess where he gotta come to? He gotta come to the motherfucking infirmary to get his physical. You gotta get a lockup physical. So they put him in the cage and lock up. Put him in the cage inside the infirmary. It's another cage before they take you to lockup. So, I slide around and I say, "What's up, clown?" I say, "What's up, clown?" "Oh, man, them hoes chased me down, man, and I ain't put the motherfucking money in the drop box. So I had to take out run." I said, "Let me ask this, where you think you was running to?" "I ain't give a fuck, man. They wasn't gonna catch me with that money." I said, "What you do with the money?" "I cuffed it." And what he mean by he cuffed, he put it in his mouth, right? And I said, "Man, look, my nigga, you swallowed all that motherfucking money." He said, "Man, I couldn't get busted with the shit, Wood. Y'all swallowed it." I said, "Good luck, nigga. Good luck on getting that back," right? So he go to PhD. They let him, they go because they ain't got him with nothing. They can't put no evade arrest on him because the nigga ain't in the free world, right? So, but they did, they moved him and they took his job, right? Like I say, but I'm still able to move around. So anyway, man, like I say, he go to jail and do all of the other shit, PhD and all that shit right there. And when you're in that bitch, you wrap the money up in a saran wrap to make it real small. But it's hard to swallow when you wrap that shit up in so much saran wrap, especially when you do it the long way. That shit gonna take forever to come out if it don't fuck your stomach up, right? So anyway, man, that's why I said skipping the process will fuck you. So anyway, man, I go back down, he get out of jail, I go back down to see him. I said, "What's up, man? You ready to put some work in?" "Man, the money ain't came out yet. The money ain't came out." What I mean by the money ain't came out with, most motherfuckers will swallow the money and they got to keep up with their shit count because the money gonna come out in the shit. It's a dirty job. Somebody gotta do it. So when it come out in your shit, you gotta get in that motherfucking toilet and put it away. I don't give a damn if shit this big, shit this small, you gotta put it away because you don't wanna lose, right? But his shit never came out. Never came out. And it ain't dissolved because it's inside a saran wrap, right? So one day, man, a nigga was outside shooting basketball. He was outside shooting basketball. And the nigga's shorts turned red in the back. The nigga's shorts turned red. And what I mean by turning red is cause the nigga was bleeding on the inside. He was bleeding on the inside. And the money, I didn't know, he swallowed the motherfucker whole. So it's like this here. Y'all know how cash money is. When you wrap it up real tight, that bitch is hard. It gets hard. So now it done got hard inside his shit. So I don't know the whole detail, but I guess when he took a shit, the shit cut off, and now that motherfucker saran wrap is stuck inside. So now he bleeding. This nigga on the motherfucking wreck, yo, his ass is bleeding. So they gotta rush him to motherfucking meet John Cellie. So they rush him and do the John Cellie, do emergency rectal surgery to remove that cash money from his ass. That's why I said, in this game, you can get fucked around both ways if you don't follow the instructions and you don't understand the process of getting away, right? So now he done flew to John Cellie. Why? Because he done had money hanging out of his ass. And when he get over there, they search him, strip him down. First thing they think, somebody done popped him. Ain't nobody popped him. The only thing popped him was Ben Franklin hanging out his ass. So anyway, he go over there, he had a surgery, they removed the money. And believe it or not, word of mouth said the money was still intact. It was still ready to spend, but he couldn't spend it because they took the money, sold him back up, gave him a motherfucking case for possessing a contraband, namely cash money inside a prison. That's automatic. Drop your motherfucking line class and you back on the bottom. So like I said, this is the motherfucking story of don't skip the process. Why? Because you never know where it's gonna come out at. In his case, it didn't come out. So man, y'all remember to hit that like button and that subscribe button and share this Cellie story and don't skip the process.